10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. I am Jessica from EN Publishing, and this is our monthly live stream update. It's just a half hour where we'll be here to hang out. I'll answer any questions you have in the comments or live if I can answer them, have the information, and just let you know what's going on currently with us at EN Publishing and what's coming up in the future. So thanks very much for joining. If you're catching up later and I didn't address your question, or you need to contact me about your specific order or something, you can always send me an email. The link is on the screen. That's admin@enpublishingrpg.co.uk. 90% of the time it will be me that replies to you, so I'll chat to you there then. But anyway, so this is a quick half hour. I'm a little bit excited because the big thing that's going on today is the Insider Magazine Kickstarter is coming to an end in like 2 hours. So if you have not backed it yet, now is the time to jump in. I've just been getting everything ready to share with you all, because as you know, at EN Publishing we have the PDF ready before we start the crowdfunding campaign, so it's ready to go. I have it in front of me right now. Should I screen share actually? Yeah, I'll screen share. But anyway, so I'm going to send you the PDF immediately. So if you haven't backed, you can back it now and you'll get it in 2 hours. You'll get your digital copy. The physical copies will follow very shortly, because what we'll do is we'll send out a survey to get your address on Kickstarter. So we're not doing a big backer pledge manager for this. We're just doing it directly via Kickstarter, so we can turn it over really quickly for you. So we'll get your address. Kickstarter usually takes about 2 weeks to process your payment, so we don't touch the payment. Kickstarter does all that, and then once we've got the payment, we can then kind of place the order with the printers when we have the money for it. So that's pretty what we'll do. So we'll be looking to get this turnaround really quickly. So the book's probably be with you around September time, I would imagine, if we can get that turnaround good from getting all your addresses. But yeah, I have the PDF right in front of me. If you go to the Kickstarter page, I'll put the link in the notes. You can already download like the index page and the contents page if you haven't had a look. But I've got it here, so I'm gonna show you. Why not? You don't need to see my audio. Boom, there it is. So I've got the whole thing here. So the intro written by Mike Myler. And as you know, if you are subscribed to Insider Magazine on Patreon, you'll already be familiar with the articles that a year ago we moved to doing content for 5.5e when D&D changed to the 2024 or whatever you want to call it. So we shifted the contents to that, and we moved to a monthly subscription model opposed to weekly. So we send that out. So this is in the annual is all 12 copies, all the contents in there, and it's a massive like 360-page book. So it's a really great time to kind of jump in. It's got over 80 monsters, over 70 items. There's 22 subclasses, 22 feats. There's a new subclass, the Protomancer. There's 20 adventures in there, 18 different puzzles and traps that are really fun. So there's all sorts of stuff going on in there. And there's like loads of spells. There's just loads of stuff going on. So if there's anything in particular in the chat you want to look at, let me know. Everything is all kind of hyperlinked, as you can see here. So if I click to go to here, I can have a look at this. I love all the artwork. So all the artwork is done by Leonardo Saar, and there's just some really nice pieces in there. And we do have trigger warnings in places, for body horror and things, so you know what you may or may not want to share with players. Particularly this one. This is like the creepy circus kind of episode there, which is a lot there. But there's also non-creepy circus things there if you're looking for that. But I just love all this artwork, and the cover was done specifically for this. And you'll notice some of the characters are characters that were on the covers of the magazine, so it's kind of like revisited, so they're all kind of teaming up together. But there are some absolutely beautiful cover pieces in here. I think one of my favorite ones is this fighters one here. So the cover art, I love this. We've got this rider, and this is part of the War Queen of Heaven, and there's also different mounts and flying things in here, but the artwork in this one is kind of my favorite. Like, look at this one here. Anyway, so I've just been flicking through the PDF today, so I thought I'd share that with you. But if you want to get your hands on the copy, you can sign up for just the PDF tier, and we'll have that. I'll be sending it out to you literally from where I'm sat. After this live stream, I'm going to go walk the dog, have something to eat, and then come sit back here for when the crowdfunder ends to send you the PDF. So if you have already backed, thank you so much. Really delighted to have your support there. And if you already have the PDFs because you're an Insider patron, thank you so much for your support there as well. You too can sign up today. We actually have a discounted pledge tier available for Insider supporters. If you join Insider today, you get access to this archive of over 600 D&D PDFs if you sign up for the £10 pledge tier, and you also get a discounted version of this hardcover book. So it's almost worth it to just sign up for that reason alone to get the discount and get free 600 plus PDFs. Anyway, so that's all happening in the next 2 hours. So I'm very excited about that. If you have any questions about that, if you're coming from the Kickstarter update, please do let me know. Happy to chat about that, because that has been what we've been working on the last 20 plus days whilst this is alive. But yeah, so really excited about Insider Magazine. Going forward, planning on doing these annuals every year, just like we do the Gate Pass Gazette one. So in the first quarter of the year, we'll likely be doing the Insider annual coming out as well. But yes, so that'll be happening. But in other shipping and fulfillment updates, of course, we have the Kickstarter live, but maybe you've already decided to back that and you're here to chat about other things. Let's talk about other things as well. So one of the things I'm going to be talking about now is we have Alpha Star Magazine. So Alpha Star Magazine, if you're not familiar, is our quarterly magazine, which it is for Level Up Advanced 5th edition, or it's also compatible with Dungeons and Dragons, and it basically takes your game into space. So if you want science fiction and space in your game, that goes with that. So originally back in 2025, yeah, last year, sorry, we did the Void Runners Codex, and it got filmed because it was when all the tariff stuff was happening. That was fun. So it was delayed by that. But anyway, so the Void Runners Codex box set is the box set that takes your 5e games into space. So you can use it with D&D 5e or with Level Up Advanced 5th edition. And it's a big box set that has all these rules. And so the Alpha Star magazine is our continued support of that product line that is coming out via BackerKit. We did consider doing it via Patreon, like our other magazines. Like we have the Gate Pass Gazette, which is the Level Up magazine, and we have the Insider Patreon, but they're monthly and this is quarterly, and there's not a way on Patreon to do kind of monthly, like quarterly giving. It has to be every month, and that just, you wouldn't be getting something every month. So we decided to do it as like little crowdfunders every so often. So we did Alpha Star issue 1, which is our test to see if you folks wanted it, and you did, which is great. So last month we did Alpha Star Magazine issue 2 on BackerKit, and I think I put the thing up there. It funded, all went great, and right now we're just closing the pledge manager literally today. So we're getting ready to send out your rewards. So it's going to close later today. I'm also going to send as always, we sent the PDF version of Alpha Star Magazine 2 to everybody the same day the crowdfunding ended. But because we're going via BackerKit, all the add-ons get sent via the pledge manager. So also today I'm going to lock down everyone's orders that's done their pledge manager and send out your digital rewards. So if you chose to add on like Alpha Star issue 1 because you missed the first one, or if you chose the Void Runners Codex box set or digital PDF, they'll be going out today via your pledge manager. If you go over to the BackerKit page, there's a link there and information where you can get all that. But pretty much it's closing today. I sent you an email on Tuesday to let you know, and I did an update, and I'm also telling you now. So that is happening with Alpha Star issue 2. This is a print on demand product. So when we place the order, which I'll probably do next week, because I'm going to lock it down today, I'll probably run the data and I need to triple check everything. I like to go through and just make sure it all uploads properly before we send it to the printers, and then so that'll probably go next week. And wouldn't you know, somebody's saying looking forward to the next Alpha Star. What is next? The first thing I was going to talk about is Alpha Star Magazine issue 3. I'm working on the crowdfunding page for that. This is almost pretty much done. We are just waiting on everyone getting their issue 2 rewards. So the idea is as soon as issue 2 is out, you're going to be able to get Alpha Star issue 3. So we're on the schedule now of getting it on the conveyor belt so you can get your copies of it. So yeah, really excited. Issue 3 is going to be launching soon on BackerKit, and when I say soon, that will probably be in X number of weeks once everybody has their rewards of Alpha Star issue 2, or at least has the tracking details, because it takes 2 to 4 weeks to send out. So this will be going live in 2 to 4 weeks. I'm hoping closer to 2 weeks we can get this out, so it's out there in the world. But if you want some previews of what's in the magazine, this is the cover, so it's very sciencey. If you are Actually, no, I won't say anything too much now. If you are interested, what I'm going to say is I'm going to update the preview page on BackerKit over the next few days. I'm going to be doing that. And there's a link down in the show notes down here. Link in the chat and in the comments. So if you have a look and click through to there, there's a pre-launch page where you can click to be notified when we launch. And I'm going to update that with information, with previews on the things we've got. Actually, I've got the time. Why don't I go through? Because the PDF, I think, is done or being reviewed. And going into the back end of EM Publishing's, our project planning board now. I'm having a look. Let me see. It is not finalized, but I will tell you what's going on out there. So one of the things, if you are a fan of What's Old Is New system, you might have heard of the Holds of Vendelier, written by Russ, and it's a species in space, and they have very advanced science, psionics, martial arts, and things that they do with that. And so this is information about the homeworld, about their culture. So this is a new kind of heritage and culture coming out and expanding on that world. And that's the species of being that is on the cover there. So Vendelirian. I hope I'm pronouncing that right because I've only read it. I've just realized. But if you're familiar with What's Old Is New, this will be familiar to you because you'll know that kind of world. So this is taking it over so you can put that into your D&D 5e games or level up advanced 5th edition games. So that is in here. We also have a 4th level adventure, Unsafe Harbor, and it's a science vessel Oasis. It needs help dealing with some hollow folks that have infiltrated the ship. And if you have the Void Runners Codex, you will know this monster, the hollow folk. The artwork on that is very creepy to me. But yes, so this is what you're dealing with there. But yes, also they've got like kind of CD planet bars or space stations article here. So it's information about like NPC characters. You can populate different cantinas and bars and things like that. So there's a whole bunch of NPCs or adversaries that you can slot into your games. And then there's an article called "It's a Jungle Out There" about jungle worlds coming through as well. I've got all the art here coming through as well. Let me just have they decided on this art? I'm seeing lots of art, but I think some of these were being finalized, so I won't share them just in case so I don't get into trouble. But when I've got them finalized, I will put them on the we'll go on there. And you're saying, my hope is that Alpha Star and Traveller 5 will play nicely together, fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the final version of Traveller 5e, but if it is 5e compatible, this is 5e compatible, so I don't see why not. In the same way that you can use, 5.5e, you can use a mismatch of Level Up, or you can use Tales of the Valiant. So I imagine it, in theory, it would be the same. Obviously, I haven't designed or looked at Traveller 5e, but I don't see why it wouldn't. Have to wait and see till I see Traveller 5e and that comes out properly. But yes, this is the next thing that's coming. So glad you are excited about Alpha Star Magazine, because we're excited to get the next one out as well. But as I mentioned before, if you are waiting for your Alpha Star issue 2, please make sure I have your address. I think there's only like 5% of you that haven't done your survey. So 95% of you have already done your surveys and give me an address so you can get your copy, and we're going to be locking that down later today. So if you do want to do any changes, if your address has changed or you did want to add anything on, now is the time to do that. And we'll also be taking payments today for any extra add-ons you might have chosen, or if you were, I think the pledge tier included free shipping for people in the UK, US, and another location, I can't remember, but if you were outside of those territories, you'd have had to pay some shipping as well, so that just little price will be on there as well. But as I say, it's print on demand, so the shipping isn't wild, which is nice. But anyway, so that is Alpha Star Magazine. So Alpha Star Magazine issue 3 will be coming soon to BackerKit, so please do have a look at the link in the chat and have that on there so you can take a look at that. So next, moving on, What's Old Is New. So I briefly mentioned What's Old Is New. So we're talking about the holds of Vendelier. So if you're familiar with What's Old Is New, it is our crunchy D6 dice pool system with a really nice life path character creation system written by Russ. So this is one of our own unique systems that we have in-house. There's a huge amount of content out there for it. So there's 3 core books, which are genred. There's Old, which is based on historic fantasy now, which is like modern day action. I say modern day action, a lot of it is quite 80s, I'm gonna say, a lot of the adventures, but anyway, so lots of guns and things like that, new is science fiction, futuristic there. So they're all, the core engine's the same, so they're all compatible, but they each have little features that are different. So for example, old has a magic system in it, which isn't featured in the others. New has a psionic system that isn't featured, so examples like that, they're slightly different. So you can get the core rule books for that. We also have the starter box set, which is just, I think, just £25, and that includes a glimpse of all 3 of them, pre-generated characters, adventures, all of that. And there's also around 20, she says, different adventures, and these are from different cinematic universes. No copyright infringement being done at all. Like Spirits of Manhattan and things like that, which is not Ghostbusters, just to be clear. But yeah, so there's about 20 of them in different genres from old, now, and new. And this year we are bringing a new adventure to What's Old is New. We're planning on bringing out new ones in the future. So this is for now. So this will be kind of a modern day horror setting, and this is The Possessed for We Are Many. So if you're familiar with this film, you will know exactly what this is talking about. And if you're just looking at the artwork, this lovely artwork here, you're just seeing a spooky old church. So we're talking about possession, horror, and things like that. So this is a really nice adventure for What's Old is New, which will be coming out to Kickstarter. So after we've done Alpha Star issue 3, we'll be moving on to doing this on Kickstarter. So you can take a look at that. Again, you can follow that right now on Kickstarter, which will be great, because if you follow it, the more people that follow it, the more that people see it. So that's just the link is just there on the screen, and I'll put it in the show notes, actually, because it's easier to have a look at. If you're not familiar with What's Old is New as well, and Crunchy D6 dice pool system is interesting to you, on our website we have a page for What's Old is New with all the information, and I updated that a few months ago, so it has all the info on there. But yeah, so it's like a one-stop shop with all the resources we have. We've got like an online character builder, we've got a faster than light travel calculator, we've got a starship builder. So there's loads of resources to help you with the What's Old is New games. There's also like a little overview of what the system is and more details in there, as well, of course, showing you all the stuff that you can get. But this is what we're doing for What's Old is New this year that's coming out. So I'm looking forward to that. So that will go on Kickstarter, and you can follow that now. Also coming out, we have What's Old is New. We also have Level Up Advanced 5th edition, which of course we're doing Alpha Star magazine for the Void Runners, but also we're doing some classic level up. So each year we're going to do a big level up thing, like we do, like last year Pets and Sidekicks we did, and this year we're looking at Secrets of the Tome, which I'm very excited for. Again, this is also out right now on, no, it's not live, sorry, the preview page is on Kickstarter, so you can follow it. So if you would like to be notified when it goes live and we launch. So this is loads of different spellcasters information. So this is expanding magic classes in Level Up Advanced 5th edition. It's being written, the team is being led by Paul Hughes, so there's lots of new kind of toys. So it's for the Artificer, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. So they're all getting new content, new kind of archetypes. There's a new A5e class, a completely new class called the Pact Weaver, which is coming out. And this is being touted as the most rich and complex class ever for A5e. Now, I've not had the details of this because it's currently just finalized editing, so I've held off having a look at it. And I'm more of a melee player in A5e than a magic user, so I'm waiting until it's done before I have a look at it. But Paul is very excited about it, and anything Paul Hughes is excited about writing is a very good sign. But yes, chapter 4 of the book also has a plethora of new spells. There's a ridiculous amount of rare spells. I think there's over 500. So this is a really big book with a lot of information in. But yes, and there's also loads of magic items as well, because you can't have like a magic user tome without all that. So there's tons of new magic items as well. So this is really useful for kind of players to get inspiration for their characters, but also really great for GMs to have a look at. So if you want to kind of reward your players with something in the game, there's loads of options for that. But yes, each subclass is tied to different themes within the book. And yes, so there's different magical traditions that have been forgotten, kept secret, or maybe suppressed. And yeah, so it's really interesting. So there's things like lost libraries or bargains with spirits, or there's quests you have to do. But yeah, it's a really nice book, Secrets of the Tome, that will be coming out, coming to Kickstarter, and that's what we're doing for Level Up Advanced 5th edition this year. But yes, that will be coming out. Also had a question about the character builder. I'm assuming that's for Level Up Advanced 5th edition. So Level Up Gateway. If you're not familiar, Level Up Gateway is our free to use online character builder for Level Up Advanced 5th edition. And it is levelupgateway.com. And you can check that out and use that there now. So the question we had here, so hopefully there's updates in the character builder because your players love it so far. Oh, that's great. Curious about what's getting worked on in the background. Yes, happy to give you updates on that. We do have a new news page on Level Up Gateway, which gives you updates on there. And you may have noticed there's not many updates on there because I shared a few months ago. The developer who's working on that has added a new member to the team. And by that, I mean they've had a baby, which we're really excited about. So they're currently on paternity leave. So we had a chat with them about taking them off the project and moving it to someone else. But actually, we've been really pleased with the work they've been doing. They've been working really hard, but they weren't going to have much time. So we decided, EN Publishing, we're a small company, and we're a group of passionate people creating something. And sometimes people in real life is more important to us than our production schedule and being productive. So we agreed that we would just be happy to pause any development. The site is still live, up and running. If there's any immediate crashes, bugs, or issues, we'll get in to fix it. We're still supporting it, but there's not going to be any new features on for now because the developer is on paternity leave, because we wanted to give them time with their baby. The timeline for when they'll come back will be dependent on baby. If anyone has had a child, they know that children are all different, and sometimes you can get back to work quicker and other times you can't. So we're really letting baby and family needs lean into the availability for when they're coming back. But as soon as we know dates on that, we will keep you updated. So right now there's not any new development going on. It is still open and playtesting. All of the characters are done up to level 10, so you can definitely go up to there. A lot of them are done up to level 20. When they're on the site in the news section, you can see which ones that's relevant for. But it's available for people to use, and it's out and available for you to have and play around with. If you do spot bugs and issues, you can report them on the site. That's still really useful. So we'll have a nice long to-do list when they come back. But right now there's not anything majorly new coming up for Level Up Gateway, as they're on paternity leave, and we hope they're having a lovely time with their new family is what we hope for them. The nice thing about working at EN Publishing, what I really liked, and I'll brag about Russ, my boss, is one thing. It was a change of pace for me working in other places, because I was asking for time off for something, and he said, there's never anything at work that's going to be more important than things in your personal life. So yeah, you can have time off, and it's a really nice work culture to have that attitude that, yes, obviously we're here really passionate, we're making games, we're so lucky to do what we love, but equally, like, there's a world outside of it, and it's really nice to work for a small company like this with really passionate people that are supportive of us living our lives and doing things. But yes, so unfortunately no major updates on Gateway, but it's for a really nice reason, so hopefully that works. But we are still developing for Level Up Advanced 5th edition, and the character builder is still the ongoing project that we'll be doing. Our first goals with it is to get all of the content from the Adventurer's Guide up to level 20, tested, happy. We've got a lot of the monsters from the Monstrous Menagerie on there to use as well, and that content will always be available and free to use. We're then going to look at how we add on other content from the Level Up line, so for example, Secrets of the Tome, Pets and Sidekicks, Monstrous Menagerie 2, Void Runner's Codex. So we're going to be adding all that. So that will be on the roadmap. That will be monetized somehow, because we need to pay for all this coding that's happened and all of the website, just the ongoing website hosting and then things like that. and that will likely be some sort of subscription model similar to D&D Beyond, because that kind of works. But we're not sure what that's going to look like or the amount yet. We were kind of hesitant to do any charging for it, but we do realize that we do need to pay for things, and in order to do that, we do need to have money from people to do that. So there will be some sort of, there will always be a free version of that, but there will be that you can have from the Adventurer's Guide, because we really want to remove that barrier to entry for playing Level Up Advanced 5th edition. But for all the other things, there'll probably be some subscription tier that we can pay for, and I'm sure we'll do something like some sort of GM level that you can cascade down to your players, because that just feels reasonable. But we don't have that priced out yet, but as soon as we do have that, we will let you know. But for now, we're just trying to get the free content fully up, done, tested, happy, so that you can all have fun and play with it. And that's what we're doing with Level Up Gateway. I think that is everything I had to talk about for this month. We are now looking at stuff we're doing for 2027, because we're halfway through 2026, which is wild. I don't know where the year's gone. So we've got some really exciting projects coming out. So we'll have something new for What's Old is New, Level Up Advanced 5th edition, and we have a really exciting range for 5.5e stuff coming out that Russ is very excited about. We're planning the first... is it up? I think it's up and out. I think it's up and out. Yeah, I don't have much to tell you, but it's being written currently. And we're looking at approaching the classes in 5.5e, so the latest versions of Dungeons and Dragons. And we're doing a book all about the fighter. So this is expanding, different subclasses. Basically loads of content for that. And as you can imagine, if that goes very well for the fighter and you like it, there's all these other classes that we could go through. And this is specifically for the 2024 5.5 version of D&D. So we're going to be looking at that. And so we have a new line planning to come out for that. I think there is a Kickstarter preview page up for the fighter book, with a kind of rough mock-up of the cover. I think that's not the final cover, but there's something up there, so you can go have a look on Kickstarter if you're interested in that. But we're doing lots of plans for that, and that's going to be very exciting. So when I've got proper news about that, I will share it. But we're doing something new. We're doing something new with that. I'm quite excited about. That Russ and I are both quite excited about, and we've been chatting about our planning meetings. So I'll share that with you as soon as I can. Another note: if you do want to support us at EN Publishing, thank you so much for watching and listening and supporting us. We are a small indie company, and we don't exist without you buying the stuff. Thank you so much, and your support. Kickstarter project for Insider Magazine is ending in an hour and a half now. Yes, in 90 minutes, and I will send you the PDF straight away. So please go and check that out if you haven't already, and see if there's a pledge tier that works well there for you. Also, this content is all from Insider Magazine, from the Patreon account, which is a monthly magazine for Dungeons and Dragons 5.5e specifically. So I'd love it if you could take a look at that. If you subscribe to the Patreon today, you get over 600 PDFs for Dungeons and Dragons from the archive to download immediately, and you also get a discounted pledge tier to pick up a hardcover of the annual book. So this is a great time to jump in and get all the content and have a look at that there. And if you're more of a Level Up Advanced 5th edition person, we also have Level Up Gate Pass Gazette. We have the Gate Pass Gazette. Oh no, I'm too tired from being away at convention on the weekend. So we have the Gate Pass Gazette, which is our monthly magazine for Level Up Advanced 5th edition. It's very similar to what I was saying about Insider Magazines. It's a monthly magazine with new content for Level Up Advanced 5th edition. So if you're a Level Up A5e fan, that is a great one to back and have a look at on there. And we also have an annual every year that comes out for that as well. But I think that is everything I came to talk about today. Thank you so much for coming along, watching and listening, and your support. I will be back next month. If you have any questions that I didn't answer or didn't see that you put in the comments, please do send me an email and I will get back to you. It's on the screen there. But for now, I will say thank you very much for your time. And I will see you next month. Bye-bye.